Tonight on this week's episode of SUTV Sports, we recap the return of the NFL and Naomi Osaka wins her third Grand Slam title. All that and more right here on SUTV News. The National Football League made its triumphant return to the field this weekend. SUTV's Jacob Hitz has more.
Week 1 of the NFL, a sight some people thought may never come due to the coronavirus pandemic. We saw the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs play the Houston Texans on Thursday night. Patrick Mahomes threw 3 touchdown passes on the way to winning their first game of the season, 34-20. Now on to Sunday with a lot of fantastic games to cover. We start with the Eagles and the Washington football team playing at an empty FedEx Field, like most other teams were throughout the day. Carson Wentz and the Eagles offense started out hot. Here's a nice little 55-yard pass to first-round pick Jalen Reagor from Carson Wentz, his only catch of the game, which set up a field goal for Jake Elliott, the kicker. However, the Eagles' offensive line struggled throughout the rest of the day, giving up a career-high 8 sacks, one of them you see here, resulting in Wentz fumbling the football. Washington took advantage of 2 Carson Wentz interceptions, which put them in scoring position, coming from behind with a 17-0 deficit to win 24-17, snapping a 6-game losing streak against the Eagles. The new-look New England Patriots under the control now of quarterback Cam Newton, and boy did he look super. Second quarter, no score, Cam at the 4-yard line. How about a designed quarterback rush for the touchdown? Patriots would continue their winning ways, winning 21-11 over the Dolphins. Cleveland Browns and Baltimore Ravens squared off in an AFC North battle. No surprise in the end. Lamar Jackson doing Lamar Jackson things, leading his team to a 38-6 win over the Browns. They're on top in the NFC North. Now the big game of the day, Tom Brady with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Drew Brees with the New Orleans Saints, 2 future Hall of Fame quarterbacks. The Bucs strike first with a Tom Brady rushing touchdown. Yes, that's right, rushing right up the middle. It would be all downhill there from Brady. He'd follow up with 2 interceptions, including this pick 6 here in the third quarter with Janoris Jenkins on the return. Now, we all know Brady has led some fourth quarter charges before, so here we go. Late in the game, a nice little pass to Scotty Miller. First down inside the 15. There's life for the Bucs. First and goal from the 2. Passes caught Mike Evans for the touchdown. This is his first catch of the game late in the fourth quarter. Now, head coach Bruce Arians says, all right, let's go for 2. Let's make it a 9-point game, and they can't get there. Brady misses his receiver by a lot in the end zone, meeting they're down by 11. Just 2.5 minutes left in the game. They try the onside kick, and it's over. Recovered by the Saints. They hold off the 6-time Super Bowl champion in Tom Brady and the rest of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Final score, 34-23. The Sunday night game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys in the new SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, which cost a stunning $5 billion to build. The Rams scored first with running back Malcolm Brown going up the middle for the touchdown, his first touchdown on the season. Now, late in the game, Rams lead 20-17. Cowboys trying to get a score. They run out of time after a questionable pass interference call took away a big play. The Cowboys can't get it together and fall to the Rams 20-17. And of course, since it's week 1, we need at least one moment that should entertain you, unless you're a fan of the Cincinnati Bengals. First overall pick in the NFL draft, Joe Burrow. He puts together an incredible drive late in the game, and then there's this pass right here in the end zone. It's caught, but offensive pass interference pulls that off the board. So now it's time for the kicker to come out. And here's CBS's Kevin Harlan on the call.
Oh, he missed! He missed! Oh, and he may have pulled a hamstring or a muscle, and there is complete elation. He pulled a...
The look on Burrow's face says it all. The kick is no good. The Chargers survive and win 16-13. For SUTV News, I'm Jacob Hitz.
The NFL continues action tonight with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants playing at 7, and the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos playing at 10:30. Both games are on ESPN. The MLB on Sunday, Chicago Cubs pitcher Alec Mills tossed a no-hitter. The 28-year-old righty struck out 5 Brewers on his way to the 12-0 win. Mills becomes the 16th Cubs pitcher to throw a no-hitter and the first since Jake Arrieta in 2016. The Cubs look to extend their winning streak on Tuesday when they become the Cleveland Indians to Wrigley Field. Naomi Osaka, a 22-year-old from Japan, came to the United States in search for her 3rd Grand Slam title in the U.S. Women's Tennis Open. Osaka beat Victoria Azarenka 1-6, 6-3, then 6-3 again. While playing, Osaka was also raising awareness for racial justice. Osaka wore several masks of African Americans who had lost their lives at the hands of police. Osaka explained that she wanted people to start talking about racial injustice and wants to raise awareness to the Black Lives Matter movement. In college athletics, a small study suggests a condition of heart inflammation detected in athletes with mild or asymptomatic cases of COVID-19. It was found that 4 out of 26 college athletes had signs of a heart condition called myocarditis after recovering from COVID-19, according to a journal in JAMA Cardiology. To study the virus's effects on the heart, the athletes had several tests as well as cardiac MRI image of the heart. While the condition often goes away on its own, there is a rare cases of death from cardiac arrest. To protect Shippensburg athletes, the athletic trainers have put in place a return-to-play protocol. Miranda Fisher, a Shippensburg athletic trainer, states, quote, each post-COVID positive student athletes goes through a medical screen with our team physician who determines that the return-to-play progression looks like or further testing that may be required before return-to-play progression can take place, end quote. This study protocols are important as it shows that COVID-19 can have a long-term effect on the young and fit. With college football finally back, Week 2 is in the books with a lot of blowouts and a surprising upset. SUTV's Nolan Hoffman has the latest.
Week 2 of the college football season is in the books with a lot of blowouts and some surprising upsets that took place. Starting off, number 1 Clemson was on the road going against Wake Forest and won the game 37-13 with Trevor Lawrence going 22 of 28 for 351 yards and 1 touchdown. Number 5 Oklahoma was at home going against Missouri State and had absolutely no issues whatsoever, winning the game 48-0. Highly touted freshman Spencer Rattler going 14 of 17, 290 yards and 4 touchdowns. Notre Dame started off its season again in ACC play at home against the Duke Blue Devils, winning the game 27-13, where Ian Book went 19 of 31 for 263 and a touchdown. And running back Kyron Williams had 19 carries and 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. A surprising upset of the weekend included Iowa State, who's number 23 in the country, by the way, lost at home against Louisiana Raging Cajuns 31-14. In other big news surrounding the college football season, the Big Ten Conference presidents and chancellors are expected to vote Monday on if its football teams can play a shortened season. The conference announced on August 11th it would postpone all fall sports, but heat from the players, fans, and even President Donald Trump forced the Big Ten to reconsider its vote. Leaders of the universities met over the weekend to discuss health and safety of the players. If the conference does decide to play, teams wouldn't hit the field until October 17th at the earliest, which is several weeks away later than all the other conference that are currently playing. And Big Ten football teams would be the only able to squeeze in 8 games at the most. Teams in other major conferences are playing at least 10 games each. This is Nolan Huffman reporting with SUTV News.
Finally, in the PSAC, last week a Cal U football player passed away. Jermaine Stevens passed at the age of 20 and loved the game of football. Taking after his father, who played in the NFL from 1996 to 2001, the defensive lineman's personality was contagious and had a large positive impact on everyone he came in contact with, according to Cal U Athletic Director Karen Herb. The natural report to his death was complication with COVID-19, but has now been deemed unconfirmed. Stevens' legacy will live on forever, and he will be missed by many. And that will be it for this week's episode of SUTV Sports. Don't forget to follow SUTV News on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SUTV News, and check out our website at sutvnews.org. Have a great week, everyone.